Hello and greetings everyone. Welcome back to Resonance playthrough Pillars of Eternity. Hello to all the YouTube friends, and yes, we are streaming live on Twitch and recording at the same time. So in the previous episode we created our character, our paladin of the Kind Wayfarer's Order. We've loaded into the first level of the game, which is a bit of a tutorial level. We are on our way to Gilded Vale. I've been struck by some mysterious illness and I need to find some berries. How the plot thickens. So we didn't really explore any of this area in the previous playthrough, in the previous episode, I should say. But this is it. So we've got our caravan leader here. Oh, yes, so you can press tab to highlight everything in this game, which I love. I hate looking for things for hours and hours and missing things. I'm a completionist. Well, I like to think I'm a completionist. I just don't like missing loot, as I think most of you don't as well. So let's just explore this here, see what's in there. A potion of regeneration and some copper. So looting system is pretty sweet. You can select which character gets the loot. Gold goes into a bucket that everyone carries, well, the main player carries, but we can select myself or Kalisha to get the potion, or we can put it in this stash, and this is take all. But we're just gonna give it to me. Give it to me! So that seems like an appropriate time to look at our inventory system. So this is it. We have Gaunt's Pledge. It's a ring. Let's put it on. Gaunt's Pledge, what does that do? We can hover over this. No, we click on it. 2 per rest, 15 endurance. So it's a heal. Not a very often heal, and not a very often heal. Wow. Wow. The grammar. English is my third language, so that is always my excuse. Stick around to find out what the first 2 languages are. I will keep some mystery about myself for a little while. So we're going to put that on. I got these 2 things as a what, did I buy a special edition of the game or something like that? Or when I bought the expansion? And this is a pet. So we have a little pet slot. It's a giant miniature space piglet. Giant miniature. How does that even work? I want to see what it is. This tiny titanic pig has an otherworldly appearance that seemed to be at odds with its endearing behavior. Excuse me, I'm choking. I feel like there's smoke around me for some reason. There is no one else in this house. I hope nothing is burning, please. It follows you dutifully and requires nothing in return, save companionship. I love this little piglet. Look at it, so cute. We're going to zoom in on it later. Zoom in on it later. Let's equip this potion. So what armor do we have? We do have some nice armor here. So breastplate. It's relatively heavy for early in the game. And Kalisha, yeah, you can just dual wields and do some damage for now. What are we in? Star Wars? What is lasers? What was I going to do? Space piglet.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
That. Pretty cute. Okay. Here then. He's selling stuff. You see a man wearing a simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale if you'd like to take a look.
Let's see what you got. So it's a wide assortment of weaponry. Nothing rare, which would be highlighted by a certain color over the thing. So we're not gonna touch anything. And this is where you can retrain characters immediately. So at any vendor, you can retrain characters. Pardon me. It costs 125 gold copper pieces to retrain our level 1 paladin. It goes up every time you level up. The cost, that is. So let's just get a move on here. So let's start exploring. So we're moving this with the WASD keys. You can also do edge scrolling on the map. I like to walk. So before we do that, this is normal speed mode. We have slow down speed mode and we have fast mode. And in normal mode, we also have
Steady does it.
stealth. So stealth is pretty cool, and I have the game set up so that if while I was stealthing, you can tell me if that's a word or not. If we move and see an enemy at the edge of the fog of war, the game will pause. We will remain hidden, hopefully, most of the time, and we will just be able to plan our opening attack or move or spell before the enemy engages us and, puts us out of position, that kind of thing. So I like to play the game in stealth, basically 93.5% of the time. So let's do that, and let's go into fast. Oh, Sparfle! Where's my water?
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Oh, you're a
Keep
clever
quiet.
boy. You're a clever man. Okay, let's explore. The game also looks pretty, and I love the music. Ooh. We got some Ardments Wit. Please bear with my pronunciations. This game has some really interesting words that are difficult to pronounce, like the Withians in Earglenfarthens, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to get it wrong 99% of the time, so just be prepared for it. Sometimes we get to examine certain things. This path
Shouldn't
winds
stray
through.
too far.
Thank you, Kalisha. This part winds through a narrow canyon, back the way you came. Grooves in the road marked the passage of hundreds of caravans. Okay. Can't go back there.
Let's
keep
check by
exploring.
those outcroppings.
Let's do that. Ooh. Enemies. First enemies. Wolves. Just chowing down some... Looks like a deer. A very large deer. 3 times my size. Okay. So, our first battle. So let's get into formation. So we're going to be... We are the tank. We're going to use our formation. We've moved the UI so that I can't select the formation. Okay, let's just quickly bring that up. Drag, HUD bar, party bar, ability bar, HUD panel 1. Yep, okay, thank you. And we want to use, I'll just show you what I'm doing. So this mod allows me to move certain elements of the UI, of the interface. So I've hidden this menu that normally lives under here because it would have just made our logo look a little bit annoying. So I want to select formations here and then custom formation 1. Has that deselected it? That's selected it. And I want to just drag it out of the way again. Please, I want that to go away. Please go away. Thank you. Okay. So now when we move that, I should be up the front. Yep. Okay. So we're in stealth mode. These wolfies don't see us yet. As we get closer, you'll see this little yellow thing appear underneath us. This circle will fill up with an eye, which means that if it's yellow, they can't see us yet, but they're getting suspicious. Once it goes red, it starts to mean that they're getting suspicious, but haven't quite detected us yet until the red circle fully fills in, at which point they will attack us. Let me just double check if we are recording this, because if we are not, I might cry. Okay, we're good. Let's engage our first battle and try. I'm going to save. I'm going to try not to scum save a lot, but obviously if we die, I'm not going to start from the beginning, but I will save before every battle. It's just a habit. So let's engage with me first. What I like about this, so this happened quite quickly, but his yellow circle went up, his red circle went up, and they saw him and they're attacking him. That's nice because he's now out of combat and he's moving quicker than he was when he was stealth, so he's charging forward towards the wolfies. hopefully is going to get aggro on them, and they're going to stay there while... What I like is that he was detected, and Kalicia's still in stealth. You can see this red circle hasn't filled up yet. As soon as the red circle fills, it kicks her out of stealth mode. So she will do that very soon. Let's just slow this down. There you go. And now she's engaging. So we don't want anything attacking her, and we want to attack the same thing ideally that we're attacking as well, to take them down quickly. So these are our abilities here. First one is the weapon set. So we're currently wearing equipped. We have equipped words. Use your words, Dennis. We're equipped. We have equipped our sword and our medium shield. Wow. And then we are unarmed, and we don't want to switch to that because then I just don't want to risk it. We've got our ability. We've got our quick slot items, healing potion, and then we've got our second wind, which is a thing that athletics influences. Every encounter we can use that once to give us a bit of heal. And then we have our flames of devotion. So if you hover over that and press a key such as Q, that will now be the hotkey for that ability. So now we can go Q and bam on the wolf. But I don't want to do that just yet. Now Kalicia, she's wearing an axe as a skirt. No, she's not. She's using those two weapons there. It's fine. She's going to attack with them. She's got this ability called knockdown, so we're just going to hotkey that. What knockdown does? Let's get into some mechanics now. She can use it twice per encounter. It's melee only. Speed is average, so the more dexterity we have, the faster we're going to be able to cast it, but never mind that for now. The effects are: the target of our knockdown is prone for 5.5 seconds. Prone means that prone characters can take actions. Dexterity is reduced by 2. Reflex and deflection are reduced by 10. This is what I wanted to talk to you about. So, if somebody's prone, their deflection goes down by 10. Dexterity as well, but mainly I'm concerned about deflection, which means that they become easier to hit because deflection makes them harder to hit. So what I would like to do, and pardon me, the user also does a full attack, which I will, if you would like, pause this and read this at your own leisure, which does a bit more damage than a normal attack, plus 20% damage as well at the end, which is a nice bonus. So we would like to swap characters accidentally. We want to prone one of these guys or girls, and then we want to do our flames of devotion, because then they will have a higher chance of doing a hit or a crit if their deflection is lower. So just a little bit of min-maxing here. So this is how hopefully this works.
What do you need?
That worked because I could hear the thump and I can see the wolf going down, so I paused. Quickly want to go to our flames of devotion and bang! Come on. So you can see, I'm just going to pause that again. Oop. If I move the mouse pointer, this thing that I want to talk about will disappear. So in the top left corner, young wolf gives us some stats about this young chap. He's prone for 4.8 seconds. I'm not reading this in German. Like some numbers right to left. We've got 4.8 seconds to get this flames of devotion off, and you can see this little, so it won't make our icon bigger, so zooming in does nothing. Fool. So we're casting flames of devotion, and this little bar underneath, you can see, I'm just going to unpause it, it's slowly going down. The speed at which that happens is determined by our dexterity. So this is why you see now, if we have more dexterity, our abilities would just come out quicker, which we will have in other characters, so don't worry about that. So we're going to him, hopefully that hit was successful and taking a bit of damage. And we're slowly grinding out this guy down. We're holding. We're just going to pause, get Kalicia to engage him again. She's got 2 knockdowns per encounter, so let's try and do that again. Bang, that's worked. He's prone. Devotion. That worked and did 5 damage, which I guess is sweet. Alicia's tearing it up. It's 10. Just because you cast an ability doesn't mean it's going to do a lot more damage than all the other stuff. So, our first battle, we won. Took some damage. Just got some wolf hide. Let's use for crafting.
Sure.
Just going to loot that and proceed.
This
So
is
that
it.
was fun. We'll just quick save, which is what I do. Oop. Excuse me. I thought she was going to read. So what's a slave? Okay, I'm going to try and do some dialogue characterizations here. If it doesn't work out in the long term, if I don't feel comfortable, I'm probably going to stop doing it. So, but let's give it a try. So what's a slave doing in the free Palantir of Deerwood? Guessing those marks on your back didn't come from loving caresses. So, I don't mean to interrupt that beautiful dialogue there. In the slight segue towards something raunchy. 50 Shades of Grey. This slave thing here in brackets means that because we are a slave, remember how we chose slave as one of our things when we created our character? She gets to use a special little dialogue with us because she is also a slave, and it just opens up the opportunity to do that. So we get this little playful, little loving caresses thing at the end. So what do I say? I used to work on a large farming estate. Yeah? How is it that you happened to come here? Change in local law. We were freed. Then it's time for you to move on. For me, that's just about every week. Kalisha breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Redrick's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle, like the rest of the lot? It's a hard offer to pass up. You won't find many offers like that in these parts, believe me. Got some big plan in store? I'm going to settle here and start a new life, Kalisha. Well, who knows? Radrick plays well enough. Maybe we'll end up neighbors. Radrick pays well enough. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odama will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. So in this playthrough, I won't go through all the dialogue because, first of all, I mispronounce things and that might annoy some people. I certainly find myself feeling like a complete idiot every time I do that, so I'll try and minimize the chance of that first opportunity I get. And it's just a bit of incentive for you to play this game. I'm not sponsored by Obsidian at all for this game. I'm doing this because I love it. And I'm not trying to tell you buy the game. But if you enjoy this content and think this is something you like, please, highly encourage it. It's awesome. I've told all my friends to do the same thing as well. So I'm just going to say, all right, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfle's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first. Slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get you water. Oh, thanks, Kalisha. You're a gem.
Stay quiet.
I sound like the biggest bogan when I'm reading female dialogue. Just like to explore everything. Oh, see, if we didn't go here, we wouldn't have gotten some burned lady, if you know what I'm saying. Let's just put myself out the front. Are we in fast mode? Yes. So dead end. I love this mod because you can zoom out and just kind of get an idea of where you are in the map and where else you need to go. Let's go down the bridge. Found the stream. It's quite pretty.
What a
Ooh.
surprise. Sparfle went hunting.
So that's...
At least this is
looks
recent.
like this.
Not good.
What'd you say? Sparkle. This is recent, not good. Okay, so you found the scarf. Okay, let's just have a look at this area here. Ooh, there's a bottle there. Let's pick that up. Beer. Om nom nom. let's just go down this way.
Found something.
Bam! Kalisha has discovered something. I think it's a sneak ability that helps you find things. Let's check. Don't be lazy. Survival. Stealth. Stealth. Base. Click on it. Stealth allows characters of any class to attempt to avoid being seen or heard. It is used automatically whenever the character is in scouting mode. The higher the character skill, the closer they can get to enemies before being detected. Doesn't mention anything about... I think it's mechanics. Oh, so much text. The mechanic skill is easy to find open locks and find and disable traps. Additionally, any character can use a mechanic skill to place traps of their own. The higher the mechanic skill, the more accurate the trap. Yep, we mentioned this. In conversations and scripted interactions, mechanics can be used to activate or disable a variety of machines. Did I miss stealth, the detection thing at the front? Traps and locks can be a problem for even the toughest adventurers, draining their resources and maiming or killing those who are unfortunate enough to trigger the unforeseen floor trap. It doesn't talk about it. I don't know which one it is. That's fine. Never mind. Wasting time. So let's have a look at what's in here. Ooh, it's a gun. The Disappointer. So I think this is... I know what this gun is, and I think this is funny because it's called the Disappointer because it's terrible, and it even is, the attribute is called terrible. It has -8 accuracy. Every unique weapon in this game, in this section here of the stats, has at least a positive level of accuracy or damage, so that's why this is terrible. Pardon, my nose is really itchy. So we are... I will use it. I will use it just to show off what the gun looks like. Excuse me, just my nose. Wow. And beer. This is a consumable. So, let's just see what it does. Pardon me. This nose thing, I just need to... It's out of control. Hopefully that just helps settle it down a bit. Okay, let's go. Beer. The effect is that we get 1 damage reduction for 300 seconds. So I suffer major too good to use syndrome. Major. Normally I wouldn't use any... Well, I use food and stuff like that, which we can replenish pretty quickly. But things like beer and these one-off buffs... Yeah. I don't use them a lot, but I'm gonna try and be good, and I'm gonna try not to scum them in maxing too much. So, let's go. Yeah. All right. Is this your cloak, Sparfle?
Yeah.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Kalisha waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparfle, one of the guides. Barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is strangeness to his gait. His stride wobbly as he moves towards you with laboured breath.
Sparfle, are you all right?
Sparfle's toe catches a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap. The feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Ooh.
Ambush!
Okay. Who do we attack here? So I will, because I'm close to this guy, I will engage him. There are more mechanics that I haven't gone into quite yet, but let's ease into it. I don't want this to be too dry too soon. It's not dry, it's very exciting, but I just want to keep the action going. So we're going to do what we did with the wolves. We'll try and engage and keep him busy, keep Kalisha away until we've engaged him, aggroed him. So, yep, he's already gone towards me, so we'll get Kalisha to do a knockdown. Oh, she missed. Oh, no, she didn't. And let's try and do that. Oh. So, because her attack roll probably wasn't as high, so this guy didn't get proned for as long as the wolfies did. That's okay. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, the little space piglet. He's just chilling, just having his dinner. And we're taking a bit of damage here. So let's engage that again. Let's queue that up. So you can see this. I'm going to quickly talk about this damage and how hit points and things like that work. So our endurance is 18 out of 51. I'm reading on the top left corner. Endurance is the thing that throughout every fight when you take damage, this endurance stat is taken down. Now, every time you take some endurance damage, you will take health damage as well. If your endurance in an encounter goes down to 0, in this case, not in this case, but if it goes down to 0, your character gets knocked out. You're unconscious for the remainder of the fight. You don't die. You don't die until your health goes all the way down. So your health doesn't go all the way down in one encounter. Your health goes down as you kind of ground away encounter after encounter. The more damage you take, the more you lose your health. So in this case, if this red bar filled up fully, which means our endurance goes to, not red bar, if our portrait fills red completely, our character will be unconscious. And if he becomes unconscious, he gets a random debuff, which then he carries for the remainder until we rest or until he dies and we reload. But we're not going to come safe. So we're going to just try and, I'm not going to use, I can use this. I can use Second Wind if I want to, because I can use that once per encounter. So let's just play it safe and use that. Let's aggro first. Nah, he's knocked down. We'll just finish him. Beep, 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 beep. Let's go. Down. Our first proper-ish fight.
Steady does it.
Okay, let's loot that. We got a bow. I took the gun before because I was going to try and open a fight with it, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to put everything in our stash. The armor is not what we want. We don't want to use a bow because we're a tank. And do we want to keep Kalisha away? No, she's doing good melee damage. So I'm just going to save that again. Alright. Let's explore the rest of this area here. Let's see if there's anything there. Oh, see? See? We would have missed this. Another thing about this mod is that I've got this super fast mode. Check that out. So I'm not going to do that all the way now, but we can do that when we're traveling fast distances. So, ooh, this is why exploration is rewarded. We got some lockpicks and some leather armor. Still not as good as some of the other stuff. And there's nothing else here. So what killed you guys? Cool. This is going to disappear. The corpse is cold to the touch, and ripe smell wafts from it in putrid waves. A dark, crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen cloth. That sentence was surprisingly difficult to say. Okay, let's get back to camp. So let's go into stealth mode. Oh, okay. You can tell that I kind of know where enemies will be because I went into stealth mode at a very convenient moment. Otherwise, it's going to be no bonus. But that's okay. Oh, there's Kalisha. Yeah, Kalisha's behind us. Okay, let's go. I think we should be fine in this fight. I want to try and get rid of... I want to try and engage him in melee. Oh, we're so close. Okay. Kalisha, you go... Let's go this guy. Are you attacking? I love these arrows. You can see who's attacking who. So this we're attacking him. So let's attack him.
Yeah.
And let's flames. I didn't use flames in the previous fight, did I? Hold it, resonance. Let's just try and DPS him down as much as possible to minimize damage. I'm actually not taking as much damage this fight as in the last one. Oh! Knocked down. Okay. This is probably a good opportunity to show how these debuffs work. Well, we saw it at the beginning, but So we've still got our strange illness, but we're also prone for 5 seconds, 6 seconds. That's not ideal. We can't heal in that. Whoa. You're standing up, but you should still be prone. Okay, I'm not complaining. Maybe it's just a cosmetic glitch. Let's go. This guy's knocked down. Half health. We will have to heal in this fight, I think. So, our characters are on this. The AI is active, which means that when an enemy dies, depending on the profile, they're just going to go straight back to it. Yeah, let's heal. It's a big heal. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I promise the combat gets a lot more exciting when you have 6 characters in the party and they've got some sick abilities. And they're actually hitting much more often than this tickle fight in this intro level just is a little bit.
Let's go.
The reason this is this way is because we are on Path of the Damned and enemies are buffed significantly, so their deflection is very high and their accuracy is very high as well, which is why we're taking so much damage. Let's go. So, save, stealth, get some loot. Ooh, what do we got here? Okay, so I know that I already know I want this hatchet because hatchet somehow gives us deflection. So deflection makes us harder to hit, and because we're a tank, we want this, so we're going to give him a hatchet, and maybe give her a hatchet because I think this torch isn't doing very much, and I do want her to have a little bit more deflection. So you can see here, we'll talk about this again in more detail, but these are our defenses. So we've got deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. So you can see if I take that off, she has 33 deflection, and now we're on 38. We have, let's do that, we have 51 deflection, which is a bit more than collision, which is nice. Very nice, very nice. Okay, okay. We'll save. Let's go back to camp. Whoa, 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 what is this? Everyone's dead. What's going on? Oh. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kalisha puts the back of her left hand on her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Hearden, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespassers. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. Okay, so let's just talk about the dialogue options and what happens here a little bit more in terms of dialogue and some stats that we have. So we can say, why have you done this? Which doesn't have any special things associated with it. We have, pardon me, we have one law which enables us to say this, and it is a diplomatic answer. So if I remember correctly, we are diplomatic. I think we are stoic and honest, or passionate, or rational. I know we're honest, so we will say the thing that gives us honesty because it will hopefully boost our stats sooner. We have not trespassed. We merely wish to pass through. Your words carry no weight. When I have seen the truth with my own eyes, blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Okay, so we have some more options. So these are, again, things that we can do because we have high intel, high resolve, and Pardon me. The things that are rated out, we don't meet the requirements to say that. Oh, this nose. It's doing my head in. Wow. That's really annoying. Sorry. We will say pardon me, I'm just turning down my phone here. We'll say, judging by the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you're worshippers of the Glen Wayne. If Glen Wayne told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? The man frowns and motions as if to swing his axe. Hayden winces, but the blow never comes. Instead, the man cocks his head, intrigued. Of course, but he would not. It is by the command of all the gods that we accept this charge. How do you know? Because it's consistent with their beliefs, or because it's what you were told? The man glares. It has always been known to my people, I see. And what of Galawain's edict? That weakness and age must be purged by youth and strength. You think Galawain would want some moldy, crumbling stones to survive long after their builders have turned to dust? The man's nostrils flare, and he fumes. He would not! He told us otherwise! I'm sure he did. Just not you personally. But why should that stop you from killing innocents? Boom, boom, boom! Distracted, the man's grip falters on his axe handle, and he nearly fumbles it, affording Hayden the moment he needs to dodge out of his swing, which comes too late. Howling with rage, the man charges you instead. Okay, so the snows. Wow. Okay, so we've got Hayden out of this trap. I'm hoping that they will all charge me and allow Hayden and Kalisha to focus, and myself to focus down one of them. So this is basic gameplay. You want to take care of the riffraff before you take on the strong. It's not a boss, but he's the leader. So okay, let's see. Let's unpause and see what happens. Oh, so they're attacking him. Great. Let's keep running towards the center here with our tank, Kalisha. I want her to disengage. What happened here? We moved him. Okay, we'll talk about it later. Okay, let's get him. Let's disengage again. Okay, here, don't just stop moving. Just cool your jets. You two, get rid of. Oh, do I want to move him again? This is messy. We've made it messy. Who are you attacking? You're not attacking anyone. Okay, now we have to kill him. Now we have to go for him. Kalisha's. I don't want him to attack Kalisha, so we're going to do this really awkwardly, and let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Focus fire at them. Good. You shouldn't be tanking the main boss, Kalisha. Please, I hope you can reach. Please, not get. Ah, she missed. We can do it again. Let's do it again. Why can't you heal? Let's do our, what is it called again? Flames of Devotion. I just want to see if you're going to... Did you miss again? You missed. We have no knockdowns again. Oh, let's... Well, he's attacking Hayden. So while he's still doing that, let's just keep focus firing. Yes, we've done it! Okay, everyone, attack this guy. Hayden's gone. So, our endurance has gone to 0. He's been knocked out. And he has wrenched his knee. Ow! I have bad knees. I don't know about that. And this is probably the most difficult part of the game for us at the moment, because we are still quite weak. And these 4 guys were a little bit challenging on Path of the Damned, so that might be the first time. But we are doing well. We have, one more ability left, so let's just use that. Should have used it. And this guy will get ground down eventually, and we shall have mastered the tutorial. This is kind of a tutorial. Not sure how long this has gone for. I'm going to try and keep these YouTube episodes less than 45 minutes, if possible. So yeah, might as well go grab a snack. Relax while this guy goes down. Still give me a chance to talk about a few things. I started doing this playthrough on hard, and the reason why I did that is because I didn't want to scum save a lot. I just wanted to play through the game rather quickly. Okay, I'm going to need to stop talking because, yep. I'll finish that story later. Your enemy's lying supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us! Barely audible beneath his choked sighs. A whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good. Good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it's rending you apart from within. Seated against the wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom slashed across the chest and bow, Adama's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head. His eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Good idea. Go run here then. Look at him. Oh boy, he had wrenched his knee. That's me, everywhere I go. Can't run. Straining against the gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the warm folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Hearden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Hearden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Hearden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you, despite the wind. From your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Oh, dexterity requirement not met. I'm sure we would have smashed him right in the middle of the face. Pardon me, where did that come from? We're going to try and throw the weapon. Oh, well, our head is breaking. No. Throw weapon. Your aim is true, and the head jars Hearden loose. Lurching to his feet, Hearden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the winds flare, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch a hold of it, securing his other hand. You pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Hearden to set his feet and join you on the trembling edge. There, in a deep resonance, there is a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though you would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. You feel the resonance.
Was that?
Bewick, Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only
Damn
ones.
straight, girl.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway.
Okay, we've survived the beer whack.
Yeah.
Beer whack. God, I really didn't realize that I had such an Australian accent. So we've survived the beer whack. And we're in this cave. I think I will stop this episode again for our friends on YouTube. That was fun. We've basically finished the tutorial. Well, this is still tutorial level part 2. But we've had some fights. We've talked about mechanics. We've got another NPC in the group. We've got Hayadun. I didn't really talk about what Kalisha was. Kalisha's a fighter. Oh, Kalisha's a fighter, mate. Bloody oath. She's a ripper. You should see her go. She can, like, hit things real hard and good. Oh, yeah? Anyway, she's a fighter. And Hayadun is a rogue. Tap, 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 tap. That wasn't either Star Wars or anything else that a human would produce with their mouth, so I apologize. It was a fun. It was a fun. Full stop. That's it. I'm going to end it on that horrible sentence there. We'll do a quick save. Thank you for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed the first couple of episodes, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.